I kind of whittled it down to 18, and so far we've had a couple flake outs, which is fine. But I guess I should have expected it, but I didn't. And so, all right, these are done. Big old X on them. These, look out, babe. Look out, kitty. Yeah. These are left to go.
Okay, this is Melissa, and I'm doing commentary on Steve's film.
Creatures
Which starts right
just because they get cut down and reshaped into boards and planks.
My sister.
Ah, yes. Oh, it was somebody's birthday.
Can't remember what we laughed about. There's my mom.
Oh, that's me. I think that's me.
Well, I'll stuck your tongue out.
Yeah, there I am.
That's Miss Kitty. Black and white one.
There's a lot
Just
of
call now,
pictures
he's
in
my
this.
favorite.
Oh, Sasquatch. It's very representative of what our family is like. It's kind of this
Oh,
Brandon.
Brandon, oh, they're older than he
Brandon has no fur on his tail.
Burn again.
He's gotten kind of, you can see the doghouse that my dad built.
really. Duffy, he also looks pretty
He's Brandon's
old,
brother.
but he's only
They hang out a
6.
lot.
Duffy. Oh, there's my favorite cat. She's kind of lost some of her hair, but it's going back for runs.
Yep.
She sure is tiny and a
Very
foot.
cute. She's losing some of her hair, but that's okay. She's still really cute.
Very curious. I like the way she comes out to meet me every night when I come
Just
home from work.
put it in the yard.
Oh, yeah.
Out of my house. Yard, the new car. That's my car.
Smells like to park in the oddest places. Looking at this house in the yard, there's never any place to park cars.
We're just going bike riding a little bit. Just a shot of the inside of my kitchen.
I can't really see what's going on there.
You can see the neighbor truck that they got for about a week in the backyard.
The old dog
A
pen.
dog pen. My dad actually built that dog pen.
Just Carl.
There's a Ryan and
And the shot on me is
That's
Girlfriend.
All right, dude. Steven, hold on. It only lasted a couple of minutes, so.
What's the most embarrassing film you've ever made?
Embarrassing film? Oh god. I find them all embarrassing. The one that I did in film too, where I just filmed people's headshots. It was supposed to be. It wasn't like embarrassing because it was like all telling or whatever. It was more just embarrassing because, like the idea behind it, I thought was kind of like deep and stuff, and like I hate showing like really deep stuff. That's like, because I feel like you're just kind of like harping on making people like feel these like emotions and stuff, and that's not kind of what I'm really going for. And it just wasn't very successful in that either, and it was kind of too messagey for me, and so I'm always embarrassed when I show it because it's not what I want to do. So that's why it was embarrassing, is that it's just too messagey. I hate that. So yeah.
I'm the coordinator of graduate studies for VC Photo and Film, and my role is basically to interact with the grad students and their thesis work, and to do whatever I can to possibly help the thesis work, which is their own individual projects that they work on for over 2 years. And one of the ways we do that is through kind of like intense group crits, evaluating their work as they progress through the semester, working in their studios, and by bringing in or encouraging outside voices to come in through the Visiting Artist Program, which we've increased quite a bit in the past couple of years, trying to bring in internationally like recognized artists to come and talk about their work to the students, and to also come into the studios and actually see the students' work and create a discussion with them about their work.
Oh, yeah. The visiting artists, yeah, they're I mean, I think it's a pretty unique part of the program, because you're not going to run it. A lot of places will bring in artists to lecture, but they don't often get to interact with the students. And here, like, that's just part of the deal. Like, they don't come here to lecture without having to interact with the students. And so the students, I mean, it's a different voice. You know, you're always hearing the same voice a lot of times in graduate school, so it can be difficult to get input.
To get artists who've worked in so many different facets of, you know, the film, video, photography world, that they come here and can see your work in the context of other contemporary work, is really is something that's really beneficial to us, considered we are here most time and we try to keep up with what's out there, but they're actually already in that world, so you know, it's extremely helpful.
Yeah, I think this year when they brought in William Popel, that was a pretty huge thing. I mean, I think a lot of the sculpture kids were really excited about it. And I mean, to bring a performance artist into a photography program, I think a lot of programs would sort of shy away from doing that. But really, they're just interested in bringing in interesting artists. It's, you know, because it's not like just because he's a performance artist, he can't interact with you as a photographer or as a video maker. You know, these people are just artists.
I've had opportunities to work on larger films, but big budget films. The reason why I personally do independent work is mainly because I feel, for me, what's really important is this idea of representation, and I feel that people like me, you know, are not represented in mass media, and instead of making a big fuss about it and whining about it, I feel like I should just make a film and say, here is a representation that you don't see in mass media. I wish that the Hollywood system was much more open and said, you know, sure, we are open to diversity and we'd like diverse voices, but I don't think it is. And so because of that, people have had to sort of, you know, come from the periphery and say, we want to make a difference. Being in Richmond, I think what's great is that there are various avenues where you can show your work. And outside of the school structure, which most students have, is, you know, they go to a film school and they have classmates and they have their faculty who give them feedback. But outside of that, there are, you know, Project Res and Flickr are opportunities for people to go out there, make films, show it to people and get feedback. So people will say, yeah, I really like this about your film, I'm not so sure of that work, which is really rare. You don't have that in a lot of places. So I think it's very unique in that sense.
This is mock Hawaiian chicken, a la Panda Veg. I'd be a regular around there, I'd say. I plan on being there at least once more this weekend. I enjoy it so because, one, it's just delicious, but two, it's the only all vegan fare in Richmond, so it's quite comfortable to look at a menu and just not have to worry about anything. Just be like, all right, I'll get this. All right. Yeah, so I just got the mail, and I'm a little stoked about it. So I've been waiting for this for a week. And it should be, and it is. All right, first we've got the Transformers 20th Anniversary Edition movie on DVD. First time it's been out since in widescreen since the original release, and it's got a transforming cover where it goes back from Rodimus Prime to Optimus Prime. And then the sister piece is Orson Welles' Citizen Kane. I call it the sister piece because this is Orson Welles' first ever movie and this is Orson Welles' last ever movie. So you can kind of, just by looking at the two pieces, you could kind of gauge what happened to his career in over 40 years. It went from okay to really great. Oh well. Transformers, you've let me down for the last time. I just opened up my new Transformers DVD. And you know how I told you I had a transforming cover? I mean, obviously it's baloney, but it was just a hologram and the pictures transformed from, like, it went from one character to another, and it was kind of, you know, symbolic of stuff that happens in the movie. But, so I opened up the plastic wrapper and the transforming part is just an insert that's the cover, like it identically matches the cover, except for the cover itself is just like, it doesn't have the hologram on it.